Hi everyone, welcome back to Peggy's Picks. I'm Peggy. I'm just working on my little Easter scape here. But I wanted to talk about a story today, and the story is called Burnt Toast. It's a story about a woman that was getting ready for work, as she did every single day, to catch the 8:15 train into the city. This particular day was more chaotic than others, and she winds up burning her toast. So she takes the extra 5 minutes to make fresh toast, knowing she's going to miss that 8:15 train that she takes every day for years. She gets on an 8:31. As she's on the 8:31, her phone is blowing up, and it's news about the 8:15 train that derailed, went off the tracks, and there were hundreds of injuries. It took her a moment to process it, but she realized that she could have been on that train. She could have been injured. But having that burnt toast saved her from whatever her fate would have been otherwise that day. And Saturday, I was traveling back from Fort Myers to Long Island. Was supposed to be traveling to Long Island. I wound up in New York City. And I had so many burnt toast moments that I could have gotten upset and annoyed. The plane that we were on was delayed. Then supposedly it had a flat tire, and then there were mechanical issues. I just wanted off that plane. I'd made a few new friends and they wanted off the plane. But I just had this feeling that they were going to cancel that flight, even with us all on it. And we would not have to make the decision, that we would just be off the plane. And that's exactly what happened. 3 minutes after I said, you know what, they're canceling this flight, we were off that plane running to the counter. When we got to the counter, they said, well, we can give you an 11 o'clock flight tomorrow morning. Now, it's my son Sean's birthday. There's no way I'm missing that. I have a 5 o'clock showing in Oak Beach on Saturday, where I'm supposed to be home by 3. So yeah, sure, I can make that. Sunday morning, I have showings. I'm officiating a wedding, so I had that rehearsal at noon, and then my son's birthday party. So I'm running up and down trying to find another plane to take me back to Long Island, which was nearly impossible. I'm saying, it's my son's birthday. I need to get home. And Sean is laughing at me. He goes, Mom, did you tell them that your son is 32 years old? I go, no, I didn't care. It was no one's business. It was your birthday and I wanted to get home. So he stayed on the phone with me a lot. My sisters were trying to help me out, looking for flights. So I finally get to the Southwest counter, and they're like, yeah, we can get you on a 6 o'clock flight. You'll have a 2-hour layover in Baltimore. You'll get to Long Island at midnight. I'm like, okay, well, my mom isn't picking me up at midnight, so I'll have to get an Uber from there. Okay, how much? $489. I go, no, I'm just going one way. And they said $489. I was so livid that I didn't commit. And this woman comes over to me. She goes, go down to JetBlue. I go down to JetBlue. I get on the flight. It was $249. I only had a carry-on, ladies. I only had a carry-on. That saved me for getting on that flight, because I had 14 minutes to get to the gate. Thank God I had TSA pre-check, which you should always have. So I ran to the gate. I ran through TSA. I got to the gate 7 and boarded that plane, which was effortless, which was smooth sailing. We landed at 7 o'clock. I ran outside to get an Uber. It was chaotic. I said, I'm taking the air train. This woman was standing there, an angel, and she said, this is what you're going to do. I showed what I had to do. I got on the air train. I got into Jamaica. There were 2 trains. One was a local. I would have been last to get in. And then I heard out of my ears from up above, train to Spionk, track 7, first stop, Babylon. Jamaica to Babylon. I'm getting on it. I got on that. There were so many blessings along the way. But I got on that, and I wound up getting home at 9:09, which was so much nicer than getting home at midnight. I did not get to see Sean for his birthday, but we had the party the following day, and it was wonderful. So the point is, I could have been complaining about all these delays, but I just kept saying, burnt toast, burnt toast, burnt toast, and it got me through it. And I especially always say it when I'm in the car. So anytime that you're being delayed or you feel like you're impatient, say out loud, burnt toast, and remember this story. And in this time of Easter and Holy Week and Passover, let's just remember people, patience, and peace. And that's what I wish you. Happy Easter from my home to yours. Have a wonderful week, and thank you for watching.